that has been sort of like developing this new tax law for Tinubu. The guy that drafted the new tax law, Taiwo Yedele, admitted as well that the reason why they couldn't put together the guidelines on how they are going to implement this their new tax law is simply because they have discovered that there is actually two versions truly, you know. So the committee that was supposed to write the guidelines on how they are going to implement the new tax law, they have no idea which of them they should write the guidelines on. So because of this, they put it on hold, suspended the implementation of the new tax law until the committee find a way around drafting the guidelines. Ndume, a senator, one of those who first raised the alarm, by the way, and also called on Tinubu to probably like suspend the implementation of the new tax law until it is confirmed that the forgery and those behind the forgery, right, gives their reasons and possibly even prosecuted and also possibly send it back to the National Assembly to re-examine, to review before any form of implementation at all. That's a lot of words, right? That's so much to say. I know. But you need to listen to Ndume himself, right, in this clip.
You will agree with me that even, what do you call that guy, the chairman of the Presidential Committee on Tax Reform, Onyewole, admitted that there are, differentials, two versions or at least two versions of the tax law, and that if something has to be done, it has to be the National Assembly.
Right. So how come Babio is saying it's not, there's no discrepancy?
That is his opinion. That is his opinion. And as for me, I did a lot of research on it. And the House of Rep member raised that matter, and they didn't deny it. And the House of Rep is still investigating those discrepancies. So I went in to do, and there are discrepancies. My problem is not whether there are discrepancies or not. I'm worried about doing things behind closed doors. This is government of the people, for the people, and by the people. And for God's sake, why would you hide anything, even if it is personal, if other people have interest in it, like you, in your house? How can you be personal about something that affects your family? That is it. Nigeria is for us. I mean, if it's true that such thing is not true, then it should, the government or whoever is responsible should come out clean and say, look at it. And it's the same thing about opinions. I am a senator and you call me rebel or Indian, all that. But I have the right to express my own opinion. Let somebody else come. Sometimes people come here to abuse me even. But let them come and speak their mind, for God's sake. And Nigeria is for all of us. I mean, so when you say there is a problem, then you come up and say, where is the problem? If that person said, this is the problem, then you are being fair to yourself and Nigerians. I am one of those that called on the president first. That I was one of those that identified the differences. And I called on the leadership to say, look, there is a problem here because what we passed is not what the president signed.
So why do you think that Babio is saying there's no discrepancy?
I'm not a Babio. So
I know, but I'm asking, you're in the, I mean, you were there in the National Assembly.
No, I was not there. I went to pray, I think, when he said all this.
You went to the loo when you chose to go to the loo at that time.
No, it's not that. I would have told him this, I'm surprised. Because he's not supposed to do that. He's supposed to say, okay, we'll find out. Set up a committee, but the House has done that too, to find out.
Well, you can pick up on it tomorrow, though, can't you? Or whenever next year.
No, I'll talk to him.
Right.
I'll talk to him on that. This is not something that they can just bury. Because you know why? You cannot build on nothing. Or you cannot build on disputed grounds. You understand? What if somebody now goes to court? You think the court will not listen to them? And I mean, the way they are going about it, up initio, is full of contradiction, full of, controversy.
So what do you think they should do?
They should be more open. And this
beyond being more open,
yeah.
Do you, I mean, because they've already, it's now been implemented.
No, it's not being implemented. That is to them.
Well, it's taken effect.
It's taking effect.
Yeah.
But it can be implemented. Which one do they implement?
Right. So,
as I told you, there is out there different versions. So
right.
Which one do they implement? And if you implement the one that is not favorable to me, will I call that a law?
Yeah,
no.
but what if they said that the bits that have discrepancy, because it's not the whole thing that has discrepancy, that they will look at those again and put them on hold, whilst the rest of the tax regime will go into force?
Laws are not implemented discretionarily. That is where they got it wrong. You can't, as you now just said, once you pass a budget, you have no discretion but to follow it. You don't have even the right to add anything to it, but as passed by the National Assembly. You see, these things that they take lightly means as if they are taking Nigerians lightly. And some of these people, they have personalized some of these things. Like my problem with this guy, the chairman, or what do you call his name, Oluloye, is it? Oluloye. He's so arrogant about this thing, as if it's an... No, it don't do that. There are many Nigerians. This thing is for Nigeria. If Nigerians say they don't want tax unanimously, what will you do about it? You can't. The president is president of Nigeria.
He's a servant of the people.
Thank you very much. We Nigerians are not the servant of the president. Talk less of his aide. You see how arrogant he is? I mean, this thing is going to fall on them if they don't. You will agree?
It's a matter of time. So, which part of the law are they going to be implementing? Well, time shall tell. Here is a new thing, by the way. We are being made to believe that the ADC and their coalition coming together, they will present an alternative, sort of like a platform or alternative choice to Nigerians away from whatever APC is doing to them now or has done, and including to replace Tinubu. That's the impression they are giving all of us. I don't think any of that is as real as they want you to see, all right? There are a few things that are beginning to come to light, but I am going to hold on that, okay, first. And let's see what the ADC stalwarts are saying. Aregbe Baba Kabiru, the man that single-handedly bankrupted the whole state in the history of Nigeria. As corrupt as Nigeria is, there's never been any state that publicly declared bankruptcy until Aregbe Baba Kabiru became their governor. Also, for the first time in the history of Nigeria, okay, I have heard unpaid salaries, but I have never heard unpaid half salaries before. He is also the same guy who negotiated with a section of the workers in the state to be collecting half salary because the state was bankrupt. No thanks to him. Okay. But today, right, after serving Bokuwari and others in this same APC, Aregbe Baba Kabiru is now the secretary of the ADC. And some are already saying that their body language and the rest of that is to continue to pitch Atiku for a reason, so that the likes of Peter Obi, especially Peter Obi, can finally be politically trapped. Something that is a little bit, crazy, but we'll come to that. Aregbe Mugbo said he is not a loyalist to man, he is a loyalist to the cause. So the cause, democratic cause in Nigeria, and those who fought for it, and those who are now witnessing what Tinubu and others and they are doing to democracy, would agree that, it is not wrong not to be on the side of Tinubu, or rather on the side of the democratic cause. And nobody should, by any means, be deceived by the governors that they campaign to join APC. They won't save Tinubu in 2027. That's what Aregbe said. He said APC controlled Lagos State, and yet Kolu was beating blue flag in Lagos. That nobody should be deceived or by any means, okay, be swayed by the Tinubu's approach towards his 2027 in the face of the monumental failure in the country, his government too, right? Aregbe?
You must commend your better app too for allowing you to speak. Look, I listened to Fahimi and particularly Shibuki on the issue of loyalty. We must ask ourselves, is it loyalty to a person or loyalty to a cause? I come from a tradition that believes that we must be loyal to a cause, not to a personality. And I'm clear on this. And I don't want to be misunderstood. It doesn't mean you don't value support. But it is to a cause that loyalty must be, because that's what is in. That's what cannot fail. As humans, we have to we can interact, we can relate on principles, on causes, on ideas. And once depart on those things, we are going to separate. There's no way to it. And I want to quote one of us who said when it was being screened that he said it, that may our loyalty never be tested. So it's easy, it's quite easy to talk about all of these things and get away with it. In any way, I still want to say something more. Something is going around in Ghana now, which is worrisome. Those of us who are Democrats, or who want to be genuine Democrats, about the fact that 30 governors are supporting a party, and for that reason that party is undefeatable. And I laugh. I laugh because the recent statistics in Nigeria does not support this. And I want to use the opportunity of this microphone to let the Nigerians know that the last election in this country and the results from that election never support this particular belief. In the first instance, I want to say, if the party to which the governors are defecting are so sure, let them commit to a free and fair electoral process and see what will be the results. That's the first solution. The second solution is to say, and I'm going to use to result from two zones. Just two zones. To puncture this argument that when you have governors with you, you are sure of victory. I will use result from two zones. I can use for all the zones. I will actually result from two zones. Southwest and Southeast. To puncture this argument that governors determine electoral functions of parties. Southwest, APC controlled all the states except one. One, please, at that time, one. Only Oyo was PDP. I'm from Southwest. You are from Northwest. I said, no, 23. No, you want to name them APC Lagos? No, don't worry now. She been to talk. I need to talk now. I say APC controlled all but one state, which was Oyo, and the maximum performance of that party in that election was 55%. 55%. Other parties come back to the rest. But that is not all. Don't worry yourself. I know how to talk. You are giving me a microphone. And I want to use the microphone to the maximum advantage. Well, don't worry. However, in that zone, which was the old zone of presidential candidate of APC had 55%. The other parties put together to the rest. But that is not all. the safest, presumably for that election, state for the APC was Lagos. The candidate of APC lost.
He has no job.
Anyway, they are the people who are going to get called out of that office. So they now put together names today. They put out 50 names. They call them the 50 wise men and women that would then advise ADC on its manifesto for 2027, including policies that ADC will use. Okay, who are these people? They appointed the man that screened Tinubu Amechi in the 2023 APC presidential election or something. Former chairman of APC, John Oyegu, is the leader of the people that the 50 wise men. You can see them on your screen, right? Let me see if I can take the comments off. Yeah, look at them. So these are the 50 wise men and women. Now, they claim that they are not necessarily members of the ADC, that some of them are not even politicians. Okay, so they have a governor, a former governor of Southwest Nigeria, and that person is Irokunle Omamoshi. That's Ibikunle Amosun. So Ibikunle Amosun, Benga Daniel, and then I think what's this guy name from Ekiti? Fayewon, Kayode Fayewon. Right. So there are those who are working for ADC behind the scene, according to these guys. So they are not members, but there are those who were sent to some of the people listed as 50 wise men for ADC. Look at the list and the names. Yeah, those are the people. Right? In these names, right, they picked 3 people who are currently members of APC, Aregbe, right now, from the northwest and northeast of Nigeria, as part of the list. Check out the names. See names like AVM Sadiq Abubakar. Then you can pick all those names, right? These are some of them are indeed APC. So if ADC that is believed to be plotting on, or if these guys who are plotting to make Atiku the presidential candidate, which then is going to lose to Tinubu, and then after that, Atiku and most of them, they will go and join APC. They will leave this ADC of the thing, and by then, with Obi and others who probably are promising one term, let's do one term, they will become irrelevant. So Atiku, at the age of 81, at the age of 84, would then be positioned to, if he's still alive, he will be positioned as APC candidate in 2031, where you are going to have all these generics, or what do they call them, theatrics, in quick succession. Bokwari, Tinubu, Atiku. Sounds like a conspiracy theory, right? Well, why would ADC name some of the APC loyalists as their 50 wise men and women? Some of them are now going out to say, I was surprised that my name was there. Remember Shonaya? That woman that, you remember Remi Shonaya, number 33. Her name is number 33. She said she was never contacted. She was surprised to see her name as a member of APC wise men and women. When they asked Bolaji Abdullahi, very simple question, hang on, what is the ADC ideology, by the way?
Most of us in the party can say, oh, politically speaking, this could be costly. We cannot, so that's what happened. It's not, we are not saying that they are members of our party.
Would they be drafting that policy on?
You are going back to the last conversation.
No. I'm just asking. Because this fellow, or these people, will be working based on a certain ideology.
Yes.
What would that be?
I don't know what you mean.
They've not gotten a brief.
I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. When you say they will be working based on certain ideology,
don't they have
I don't know
a brief or something?
They will have their brief.
Okay.
They will have their brief, and the cardinal, the cardinal in all of that will be that how will the ADC improve the life and livelihood of Nigerians? How we want to build a policy system, a policy framework that put Nigerians, ordinary Nigerians, at the center of everything that we will do.
Madam Abdullah, is that what
you want me to say that whether we will be socialist or be capitalist?
What is your party? What is your party?
I told you the last time that we don't.
So people don't see you as a coming together of confused people who just want to grab power.
Well, I mean that's your opinion. You are saying
I'm
now.
asking.
I'm not